Welcome everybody. I'm Didier. I work at Fasttrack, and today I will show you a preview of CIS-NET 5. CIS-NET 5 is the new version of CIS-NET that is going to be live very soon. And I will guide you through a few slides to explain you why we're having a CIS-NET 5 in the first place now, and also show you a little bit further what is CIS-NET 5 in more detail, and I'll give you a little demo of the product. So first of all, why do we have a CIS-NET 5? Because of a few fundamental reasons, some of which are visible changes and one which is not visible. The not so visible reason is that we had, for a various technical and security reason, to change the framework of CIS-NET. The CIS-NET software was not developed from scratch. It's based on a framework which is let's say a layer which provides basic supporting functions such as the management of security, management of session, data access, etc. So it's very technical, but it is like an operating system, if you so will, that is required to develop a software on top of. So the current framework that we were using as part of CIS-NET 4 has become obsolete and is no more supported by its vendor. So that's the reason why we originally started the project by replacing the framework. So as you may guess, this is a fairly massive undertaking. But at the same time, there were some security challenges that have been addressed, and that's in particular to prepare CIS-NET for its usage in the future, knowing that in the coming years, CIS-NET will be most probably open to other users than just societies, namely rights holders, publishers, creators, etc. And since we were changing the infrastructure of the application, we took that opportunity to also change a little bit the surface. And we came up with a modernized interface, and we decided to keep the functionalities that we have and preserve them that we have currently in CIS-NET, but with a new look and feel and a facilitated user experience. So I will get to this shortly and show you the changes in the demo during the demo. And the other visible change, the second one, is a new feature that we call the single work dashboard, and there again I will give you an overview of that feature. So if you look at the differences between version 5 and the current CIS-NET, which is called version 4.7, we basically have a better ergonomics. The menu and applications are dealt with differently. There's a clarity of the screens and consistency of the navigation elements. The interface you will see is minimalistic and much more efficient. And we generally use wizards for transactional screens such as the download, the RTF facility. Plus, the product is more customizable for the user. So the user can choose to move, sort, display elements on the screen a bit differently in a personalized manner and save that into their profile. Then there are also there is a set of security features with, in particular, an enhanced password management policy, the display of the identity of the user on the screen, and the prevention from screen scrapping. That is namely, if you open CIS-NET to the internet out there, people cannot download from the screen information that are displayed. And as I said before, the brand new single work dashboard, that is a completely new feature. Now, in terms of timetable, Like I said, we've been through a year of development. In April, we delivered a first release candidate of the product. We went through an acceptance testing over the months of May and up till the mid-June. Now we're in the deployment phase where societies contributing to CIS-NET are putting in place the software components that are required to run the product at their premises. And since now, we are, since July, we are in the launch phase. Currently, we are having, you see at the end of the screen here, going through these webinars, and our go live date for CIS-NET 5 is scheduled for the 18th of July next week. This is not a end user training. This session is really there to give you a preview of what is new and what is cooking in CIS-NET 5. Yes, it is a major release, but we think there will be minimal to no training required because there are no major functional changes, as I said, except for the single OS dashboard. The interface is intuitive enough, we think, and stuff is where you expect it to be. Finally, all the users' manuals and frequently asked questions and user guides have been fully updated so that your users are not lost and can always have a look at the manuals which are available in the application. And of course, if it's required, we will provide support to train the trainers as usual. So now I propose that we enter a little session of questions and answers together with Daria. We will show you the application, and at the end of this demonstration we will open the ground for people to ask their question, and we will try to answer to them to the best of our knowledge.
How would you in one word summarize CIS-NET 5?
Well, CIS-NET 5 powered by Fasttrack is our latest tool employing state-of-the-art technology. It offers a modern look and feel, new functionalities, and enhanced security policies. In this tutorial, I will introduce you to the new look and feel and new features of the release 5 of CIS-NET powered by Fasttrack. So, I will first start by logging into the application. This is the login screen, which is pretty similar to the one that you are already used to see in CIS-NET. And I will enter my password and sign in.
So we can see that the look of CIS-NET has changed, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. The new look of CIS-NET 5 has been designed following modern and visually appealing aesthetics. The consistency of icons, colors, and menus makes your browsing simpler and more intuitive.
How has the ergonomics changed?
Well, the ergonomics has changed in quite a few aspects, but one of the main aspects that you see right away is the management of menus. In the previous version of CIS-NET, you had layers of tabs under each other's, and you had to click through all the options. Here in CIS-NET 5 you have a direct access to any option that are available in the application by a simple rollover. So if you would click on one option, you would go directly without clicking through all the menus to the actual results or to the actual screen that you are looking for.
And how do we perform a search with the new CIS-NET 5 look?
Okay, so a search is performed pretty similarly to the search that you have actually on CIS-NET 4.7. There are some key ergonomics elements that have changed, though, that are going to facilitate let's say, the user experience as a whole. If I perform a simple search here in CIS-NET, I'm looking for sunshine, I will get results on my result screen like I do with CIS-NET 4.7. I can, however, and you see here that's a fundamental difference. There's a, the language of icons is a little different from the previous version. I can collapse the search criteria to get some to gain some real estate on the screen and display more information on the screen. And I can play with this to gain or I can display it to search another work. Believe it or not, this function already exists in the current 4.7. This is the 4.7 version as you know it. There's a little icon here in the corner to hide and show these search criteria, but no one uses it because no one knows it's there. It's very simple. It's the function that is hidden because no one sees it. In this new version, it's pretty obvious that when you click on this arrow, it will collapse the search criteria.
Do we have any visible signs showing that the security in CIS-NET 5 has been improved?
Well, yes, actually, among the visible signs that the security has been improved, there are a few hints here. In particular, there is now an identification of the user. If you look at where my mouse moves, now we display. First, we welcome the user, then we display the name of the user, so people know that who is logged in at the time of the usage. And the logout function is more obvious. It used to be a little cross in the previous version of CIS-NET here, which again is not really visible. People do not really use it. Now it's more obvious.
And why has the new field been employed?
Well, by new field we mean to give the opportunity to easily pick and choose columns, select and unselect columns, drag the columns around in any order you need. That's something that you couldn't do with the previous version, but now you can sort tables and you can rearrange fields within the results that are shown on the screen in a different manner. So, for instance, here, if I want to put the performing society in front of the performing share here, I can do it. It will arrange the result screen in such a way that all results, like here in the first result, in the second result, the performing society is going to appear before the performing share. You can also change the user preferences in such a way that you show or hide various information in on the result screens. So you may want to select all, deselect part of or portions of the information that you want to display. And every time you are gonna log in back into CIS-NET, if you save these options, your screen layout will be kept.
Can you show us on an example how we search for musical work information with CIS-NET 5?
Sure. So now that I have changed my user preferences, I will take an example, Daft Punk, from Daft Punk. I will try to consistently use that example throughout the whole tutorial. So if you if you see the results on the screen, you see that there are quite a few optical and ergonomical changes on the result screen. I will collapse this to have more space to work. The new option that I was just explaining allows you to not only move columns around, but also allows you to eventually to sort it's not very relevant here by the IP name number, but in other cases, it might be very interesting to be able to sort results by ascending or descending orders. I want to illustrate what I was saying before with the user preferences, that whatever you have selected in your user preferences, what is going to show up in your detail screen. So all the information that we were deselecting before in the user preference screen are going to show up here or not, depending on the preferences that you've set. All the control icons and buttons are now placed in that blue stripe. You can, for instance, the back button has been replaced by this icon. If you click on this back on this arrow, you will get back to your previous screen. So I will go back to my detail screen, and you can see that everything that used to be before letters, which were actually control buttons for various functions, have been replaced by let's say more meaningful icons. Like here, for instance, the download has been replaced by an icon really, that symbolizes the download, bringing a file to your screen. If you click on that, you see that again there you have the screen that you're used to with the RTF function, and you can add information pretty easily. Oops, that's not the what I wanted to do. Eventually here, this is a new function where you can add work level reference numbers. It was pretty cumbersome in the previous version because you had to go back and forth between the screens to add additional reference numbers. Here you can simply add them in a row and eventually also remove them. So the management altogether of inputs has been facilitated and greatly improved in that respect. Now I'm not going to perform that download. And since we're talking about download, I will use my very easy menu to go directly to the tracking of packages to show you a few things that have been changed as well in the download facility, in the RTF facility. In the RTF facility in version 4.7. Once you downloaded a package, you had to resend the package if you wanted to download it again. Here we have the possibility to download historical packages in PDF, CSML, or CWR as much as you want. So you can go again, open an old package, download the PDF, and you will retrieve that information right away. There it is. Screen. Also in the search screen, you have still the same search combinations or types of search that we had in the past. The quick search, as well as the standard search with precise criteria, but here they're more accessible. There are little submenus or sub options which you can take you can use to take the one or the other search option. There's also a great improvement in terms of being able to print results. I will show it to you in a second. There we go. At the end of the screen, you have the possibility to use the print option, which is different from the previous version. In such a way that it is an actual print of the content of the page. You do not use the print functionality of the browser to print. so you don't have to print the sidebars or the selection criteria or etc. You can simply print, or you will simply print the actual content, as you see here, the actual content of what you want to print. There's been also a few other functionalities added at the level of the display of search results. You can, for instance, add works to a set list of an NLP directly from within the MWI search result screen.
What does the dashboard icon stand for?
The dashboard icons indicates a new feature, the single works dashboard, that has been added to CIS-NET. It is a function which provides information available for any musical work that has been posted to CIS-NET and submitted to the CSI for an ISWC assignment. So now I'm gonna open the single works dashboard for you.
So what information may we retrieve from the single work dashboard for the song Da Funk?
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna just add the territories that I'm missing here. So, for instance, you see that for that work, you see the title, Da Funk, you see the ISWC number from the work you selected, and various territories that pertain to the work.
And what information is provided in the summary?
So in the summary, it gives you the data that exists generally in the CIS-NET suite of application, but it is concentrated at in one single dashboard. That's the very important because it gives you an overall view. For instance, you can see the number of times here the ISWC has been sent to a musical publisher through the ISWC resolution service. In that case, it's 0. It has not been yet disseminated once. But you have other statistical information such as the number of occurrences of an international work related to that work in the CSI. So there you see the number of international works, 11. Associated with that work, with that domestic work.
And what information is available in the work listing function?
So I will just click on the work listing, because you can have a direct access from that menu bar on the left to the various sections of the single works dashboard. So here you can see the listing for the territories that I selected earlier. You can also see the submitting society of the work, and the societies that consider the work part of their domestic repertoire will be highlighted in a different color than the societies that post the work as an international work. For instance, in that case, it will be orange for the domestic ones, and kind of maroon for the international. Now, what you can do is you can expand the view by just clicking on this expand button, and there you get you can see the roll codes of each participation on the work, and the name type, and various other detailed information pertaining to that work.
And is the Guy Manuel Christo the real name?
No. In that case, you see by the name type indicates that it is a patronym. However, we try here to highlight the information in such a way that everything is at hand at one glance. We have the patronym and the IP base number associated to the interested party, as well as the IP name number that is coming from the registration of that work into the society. In this view, you can also see the performing rights shares here. the mechanical shares, and possibly the US Society of License.
To what extent is the work comparison view different to the previous one?
Work comparison is actually the next chapter in the single works dashboard. The work listing eventually gives you the various details, but the work comparison gives you a side-by-side view of the various submissions per territory and society for the musical work that you are reviewing, that funk in that case. So if you hover your mouse over any participant, you can see the corresponding record for the other territory. Here, for instance, Thomas Bangalter. For the creators, of course, it's gonna always be the same record. Otherwise, it wouldn't be the same work. So here, Guy Romain Christo, and Thomas Bangalter are highlighted in all three societies the same way. But if we scroll down a bit and look at the publishing picture, you see that the various publishers eventually may differ from one territory to another, or there may be different sub-publishing situations in the one country or the other.
Can we choose the CIS-NET view of the work?
Yes, absolutely. You can actually. We're looking at the full view right now, but you can also display what we call the short view, which is a more condensed form of the view. Still, you can roll over and see the differences. That view shows only the shares basically, and you can have it just as if you were in the CIS-NET regular search results page, and have the what we call the table view, which is a very condensed view with in columns with just the shares and the IPs.
Okay, and where can I find a complete IP picture of the creators of the work with the IP base number and the society of affiliation?
That you find in the chapter panel under creators. I will click on it. There you go. So if you click on names, there, you will see the different names types held in the API system. In this case, you see that Thomas Bangalter is the patronym, and that Thomas Bangalter is a member of the performing group Daft Punk. Now, when you select membership agreements, you will see which roles. So I will click on it and scroll down a bit. Right, so you will see which roles and right types are controlled by which society and the territory for which that society controls the right. Here, right now you can see that PRS control the performing rights for the world, and if you want to see a specific territory, you can select it from the drop-down list.
Is the information in the creator's view the same as in the original publisher's view or in the sub-publisher's view?
Yeah, actually it's the same thing. So if we go to the original publisher view or sub-publisher view, you can in this section select the particular publishers. For instance, let's take Daft Music, which is the original publisher, and you see you have the same type of information, the names, possibly the membership agreements for that specific publisher and the territory they belong to.
And what type of information do we get from the title view?
So title, I will click on the section titles. Here you will see a list of the various titles arranged by submitting society, displaying the title type, such as an original title or an alternate title. Here you see in the UK there are various alternate titles, for instance, associated to Daft Punk.
And what do we know about the performance from the performer's view?
In the performance view, you will have the performance listed in alphabetical order by society. So for SACEM, here you have the various performers, among others Daft Punk. You can see that here in UK they have not yet provided any performer information.
Do we have any changes in the IPI domain?
In the IPI domain, functionally we have no changes. We have kept the exact same functionalities that we have right now. That also applies to the AVI, for instance, or the agreement domains. If I open the IPI, you will recognize the same selection screen and search criteria screen that you have currently under CIS-NET. And I will just do a simple search to show how it looks like now in the with the new look and feel of CIS-NET 5. So I will again look for my my example Bangalter, one of the we have several Bangalters, but this should be the one, the Thomas Bangalter from SACEM, from the performing group Daft Punk. And there you see you have exactly the same type of information. One of the differences is that now any additional information that you have related to a name is going to be a pop-up on top of the screen instead of shifting the screen down to and display the information in a manner that is not difficult to apprehend for the user. So I will simply click into on the name, and there you have all the information pertaining to that specific IP. And there again, you can do whatever you were able to do in the previous version of CIS-NET, but with this new look and feel and a new set of functionalities such as the arrow to come back to the previous screen. So, and that's it for today. If you have any further question, you may always go to the user guide and FAQ that are included in each of the domain into CIS-NET 5. If you still do not find the answer you are looking for, you can always visit our website and read the tips and tricks articles published in our user newsletters, or you can always contact us at info@fasttrackdcn.net. And Fasttrack will always be happy to assist you in your work with CIS-NET 5.